Hello, it's Mark Matorsh here for Markham 3D, and today we're going to be creating this gigantic pelican for another YouTuber called Modest Pelican Gaming. Go check his channel out after you watch this. Just watch. So I'm just going to use a base pelican that I found on Thingiverse, which is this one by Yahoo Japan. Who would have thunk it? And so I'm going to import that into my blend file. Just go File, Import, and now this was an STL file, so I'm going to click STL, go to my downloads, and there is Mr. Pelican. And so here we can see this is what the pelican looks like. Now, how tall is he? Well, like we've been saying, this square here is 1 millimeter, so it's 2 millimeters here. These bigger ones, 10 millimeters, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65-ish. Let's double it. Scale 2. There we go. All right, so I'm going big. This is going to be about 130 mil high, which is about 13 centimeters. We will attach a platform as well. And what we're going to do as well, we're going to do a little bit to the face, because this is Modest Pelican's Gaming's avatar picture. So let's see what we can do. So first up, this beak is a lot smaller than this one. I quite like this beak, so I'm going to leave it. I'm going to use creative freedom. From here, let's create some glasses. So we got our circle in the center, our object in the center, delete. Let's add in a mesh. Let's go cylinder, GZ, rotate X 90. All right, GY. What have we got? So we've got this at the moment. I'm going to move it over. So let's go into edit mode by pressing tab, G, and I'm just going to scale this up. Scale on the Y axis. While we're here, let's just add in a modifier, and we'll add in the mirror modifier. Now, this pelican. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to let's put this picture in the background for now, just so I can reference it without having to open up a separate window. So go tab to go out into object mode, and then click and drag it in, and there's our picture. All right, so we can reference this picture. So we've got, even though the pelican's eyes are on the side, we will make these front facing. We actually might give it a bit of a tilt, but I'll tilt it afterwards because working with angles is a little bit trickier. All right, so from here, let's grab this kind of the border. Okay, so we've got a border now, and from here I'm going to press Control B to do a bevel, and let's E to extrude that. And from here we kind of want to make kind of like a dome here. So I've done I to do an inset, G, Y. Actually, no. From here, we're going to do Control R and add in a few edge loops. I'm going to select the inside circle, come up here to proportional editing, and let's create a sphere. And from here, G, Y, and I kind of want to just grab it like that. And so now we've kind of got that effect. So what's happening here? We've got it comes down and around, and it will probably stick to the face down here. And although the pelican's eyes over here, let's just fake it and say the pelican's eyes are here. We'll cover all this. So let's move this back. GY, GY. Turn off proportional editing by pressing O. I'm going to go just move this all the way back. So what we want to do is we want to pretty much make like a secondary skin here. I'm going to do Shift A, add in a plane. There we go, it's down the bottom. GZ to move it up. GY, come on, let's bring it all out. Now, rotate X 90. So this is where we can have a little bit of fun. And we're going to do this, add modifier, mirror modifier. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to add clipping. And so what that'll do is when these two sides intersect, X, now I can't break that. So now they're stuck together. So from here, I'm going to add in another modifier, and we're going to do a shrink wrap modifier. And the target will be our pelican, and instantly you'll see that it sticks there. We don't really see anything, but if I move this out, still don't see anything. Offset, let's make the offset a little bit bigger. And if I were to now come in and add in a subdivision surface, where are you? It should be just there. So let's keep going. We can bring it all the way out. We might increase this a little bit later, but for now, let's just leave it as is. So at the moment, it is sitting on the beak. We don't want it to be sitting up here. Control L, I'm going to grab it so it comes all the way up here. And then what we want to do is bring this, let's grab this bit, and I'm just going to extrude, extrude, extrude. I want to cover up those eyes from here. Yeah, that's looking nice how it's just holding off. From here, we're going to extrude Z. And now we've already got that kind of, it's sitting over the beak. That's looking really nice. Okay, from here, we'll see that we've got a strap that kind of goes around. So we might do that in a separate object, but for now, I'm going to grab all this, EZ, and let's bring that in. Oops, I missed a face. Let's put in a face there. What are we going to do about this? So in the picture, these eyes are really close, so let's bring them in a bit. And this is maybe where we might bend the beak down. Gosh, what are we going to do? Bring that up. What are you doing? EX. Let's merge these two vertices here, just so we don't have problems later. Alt M center. There we go. That's looking not too bad. What we will do is come into here, and I'm going to E to extrude, scale that to make it a little bit bigger. Let's get rid of these back vertices. And go Y. And let's bend. Let's just move it in on the Y axis, X axis. I think though it does need to come out a bit. Come on, where are we going? About here. And what we'll do is let's just use the spin tool. So I've put the cursor there. Let's come up here into spin. Is that spin? No, that's transform. Spins down here. And in the item, sorry, in the tool, let's change it from, oh, it's already Z, so that's fine. That's not what I wanted. So let's go GX, move that out a little bit, and we will spin that in. Let's come into side view. So it looks like this is still clipping a little bit. Oh no, no, that's fine. I say that's fine. We will grab this, E to extrude on the Y. That's not too bad. What if I rotate Z 15 minus 15 degrees? That doesn't... it's not too bad. I think 15 might be a little bit too harsh, so rotate Z 15, rotate Z minus 5, and that just kind of gives us a little bit extra room, wiggle room. So from here we've got a helmet. So let's add this piece at 0, 0. So X0, Y0, Shift A. I'm just going to add in a ball, mesh, a sphere. And from here, what do we got? So we got these helmets. Let's get rid of that tool. I'm going to press V to rip, Control L, delete vertices. And from here, we kind of scale this up. From here, Control B to do a bevel. And I'm just going to kind of give it that. Okay, whoops, come on, numpad 1, numpad 3. Let's now scale on the X. Alright. Oh boy. Z. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of push this down a little bit more. So we can see down here it's still intersecting. Up here it seems a little bit better. Just want to get down as tight as possible. And from here, did I just make a face? Let's delete that face because I don't want it. From here, I'm going to give the helmet a little bit of thickness. So let's make it a solidifier. And we'll make it a little bit thicker. It's currently intersecting those goggles. What we might do is stretch on the y-axis. There we go. How's that looking now? That's not looking too bad. A little bit worried about when I 3D print this. There's a little bit of overhang. What are we going to do about that? I'm not sure. But from here, this beak, because this cable now needs to come all the way down here. Let's just select wireframe. I'm going up into proportional editing, and let's turn on connected only, and we'll smooth that out. G. Just gonna. What I might do is I'm going to go File, Save As here, and let's call this Pelican 1. Just before I do all the damage, let's just go G. Nope, didn't like that. Box select. Oh my goodness, it looks like some sort of old, an old pelican. Looks like she's just wrinkles galore. Alright, that's fine. Let's just try again. Maybe not be so aggressive. Maybe what we'll do is select these ones up here. G. Oops, B. And so we're just trying to thin out this area. How are we looking? Ooh. Let's do this wireframe, because when we're in wireframe we're selecting both sides. Scale X. That looks a little bit better. This bit here looks a little bit rough as guts. So maybe what we will do is we're not going to print at 200%. Let's just print at, you know, like 50% just to see what it looks like, and then we can go out into a larger one. For now, I'm going to keep it like that. Let's add in another subdivision surface on this. Here, I'm not a fan on how this comes out so much, but I mean, that's just, it's a smaller head. It's almost like a duck's head, like a chicken's head, where this is really long. Yeah, let's just leave it like that. Okay, from here, I'm going to add in subdivision surface as well. However, on the normal, let's go normals, auto smooth. Let's select these. So go into edge mode. Oh, there we go. Alt right click. And actually not that one there. And I'm just going to do a small little bevel. Just so it stays thick in that, like a sharp point in that area. From here, that does look fine. I'm fairly happy with that. I will put a subdivision surface on that as well. And we'll push that up. Just so it's a little bit smoother when it prints. Let's get this strap working now. So Shift A, add in a plane. Where are we? G. Oops. Tab into edit mode, turn off proportional editing. Select all, G, rotate, X, 90, Y. Oh, far out. Rotate, Y, 90, Z, 90, come on. And from here we'll do exactly what we did before with the first eye patch area. We are going to mirror modifier, turn on clipping. We're going to shrink wrap and select the pelican. Then we're going to add in a subdivision surface. There we go. Back into solid mode. Let's bump this out. And let's rotate that around. E to extrude. Put in a few edge loops in there. There we go. Right, let's put in an edge loop straight down the middle. Let's just expand that out. Subdivision surface. It doesn't seem to be sitting quite nice, does it? I mean, that's part of the trigonometry. It's part of the mesh, whatever you want to call it. So, let's worry about that a little bit later. Let's just finish off this helmet. So I'm going to push it up all the way up there. Okay, if I move this out, what's going to happen? Nothing. From here, we've got a little bit of an issue down below, but we've got clipping enabled, so that's fine. Maybe what I'll do is I'll turn off subdivision surface, because we've got a bit of geometry now. I'm going to press apply on these two, and what we'll do is let's just manually kind of line this up. Oops, come on. G, just so we can get a nice strap going. Okay, G, Y, X, X, there we go. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to tap GG, so it kind of moves on the edge. Okay, so I might fast forward this bit because it's just going to be tedious in me just trying to line this up a little bit better. So from here we've got our strap. However, we've got this area here which I don't really want to be doing again. So I'm going to move that one up. I'm going to press V to rip, Control L, delete vertices. And now if I come in and put in the mirror modifier, there we go. Let's just move this up so it kind of follows those lines. I mean, they're kind of iffy lines, but that's fine. Let's give some thickness to the straps. So Solidifier, Let's make this a little bit thicker, like so. Let's fix up that area. GY. What on earth? Sorry, GX. And we've got, so this area here, it's on the other side of the mesh. So once I bring this back, that issue will resolve. Here we go, GZ. Let's bring that down. GZ, bring that down. Beautiful. It's just a nice looking thingamabob. What else we got? We got some kind of buckles here. So let's fudge some buckles. Mesh. I'm just going to move this to the side. And what does a buckle look like? A buckle looks like it's got two sides. Control B. And then it's got that bit there. And then in the middle, size Y, we've got this. And if we go GZ, and then we delete these two faces, let's E to extrude. Let's dump in a bevel modifier only on angles. I think we might make this a bit thicker. GZ. Let's select the insides here and come up here to individual origins. Alt S to scale. Nope, you want to be a jerk. So let's scale it in like so. Let's select everything, make it bigger. Come back up and change that from individual to medium point. So now, when I come to put this in, down the bottom here, or even on the side, there we go. So at this point then, what we can do, let's just rotate that around. GX to bring it out. There we go. We want this part of the mesh to be sitting above the buckle, so GX. And let's just move that. GZ. GZ. So it actually looks like it's going in. From here, do we have a mirror modifier? We sure do. You know what, let's just put it on both sides. So I'm going to do Shift. Actually, I'm going to apply this modifier first and Shift, right click on this, Control J to join, and now it's on both sides. We've got the Solidify Modifier on it. It's made this look a bit bigger. That's fine by me. I'm actually not too fussed about that. GZ. However, I believe if I select this now, Control L, Shift N. That's fine, whatevs. So from here, I'm going to grab this, Shift D to duplicate. Let's just rotate it so it's kind of in line. E to extrude. GZ, so we're cheating here a bit. Control L, Control L. Okay. Let's go about here. Twist that in. Nice. Nice. And we're literally faking this bit. Cool. Cool beans. Now he's got a clip up the top here if we have a look as well. Do we add that? Probably should. Alright, so Shift A, add in a mesh. I'm not entirely sure what that is. rotate X 90, but let's wing it. So what we've got, rotate Z 90, E to extrude, X axis. Let's select these top 4 vertices, E to extrude, Z, and then it seems to come out. And then from here, we've got a hole, because I think obviously the strap comes through here. So if I delete that face, delete that face, nope, delete faces. Let's add in a solidifier. Bump it up so it's a little bit thicker. Shift N. I think let's put I to do an inset. GG. Delete faces. Let's select this area here. Or actually, we'll just go add modifier bevel. And what does that look like now? Oh, jeez. Turn off proportional editing. G X. GY, just trying to line it up with the strap. Let's grab this strap here. GX. GX. I can grab this and scale X, YY. There we go. Beautiful. Let's grab the strap in here. Put in edge loop. GX. Bring that inside. How does that look? That looks pretty good. I'm fairly happy with that. What we'll do now is just add in a mirror modifier so it dumps it on the other side. Somewhere. Where is it? Whoops, that one. Sorry, I had the wrong one selected. Let's come back here. Add in a mirror modifier. The mirror modifier is in the wrong spot, so what we'll do is mirror object the pelican, and there we go. So now it's sitting in the right spot on the opposite sides. To me, that's pretty good. Obviously, the face of the shape of the head is a bit different. To me, that's not too bad. Can we do anything else? Let's go crazy. Shift S, cursor to world origin. Shift A. Shift A, mesh, plane. Okay, let's do something really silly. Rotate. I'm going to add modifier. Mirror modifier first with clipping enabled. GX. Add modifier. Shrink wrap modifier to the pelican. So from here, let's go crazy. Let's bring that all the way up. Throw a subdivision surface modifier now on it. GY. That's fine. Okay. So what I'm going to do is try and give this pelican a bulletproof vest. Why? Because I can. Alright. E around the wings. And then it kind of disappears into the wing. Control R. Let's bring that there. E. And then it kind of goes into the wing. Let's do there. GG to move it along the normal. Bring that in. You can go in. All right, let's just give that a little bit more geometry. That's kind of cool. Let's give that a little bit more geometry. And what we're going to do is now we're going to add in the Solidify Modifier. Let's come in and give it a bit of thickness. It's sitting a little bit too far off the body. Oops. Let's go flip the normals with Shift N. Come up here. Offset, bring it in a bit. Ooh, can't bring it in that much. Probably because we can just do this. There we go, that's a bit better. And let's put that in there. What about up here? Let's move this over. GX. Okay. Cool. Cool beans, cool beans. From here, let's give it some plates. So I'm going to grab these. I'm just going to press C so I can mass select. Let's go Shift D, Y. P to separate by selection. And I'm going to select these armored plates. And we will come out into Solidify and make these thicker. And we'll make it the offset. How does that look? Not as well as I hoped. Gee. Maybe what we'll do is let's grab this strap, Control L, Shift D, Z, P to separate by selection, so now they're independent. And let's scale, let's rotate them like this, scale on the X-axis, scale on the Z to make them a little bit bigger. Okay. Rotate Z, and oops, come on. Okay, actually even go into top view. Let's select these faces and that one. GX. There we go. And so I'm just trying to line this up so it sits a little bit better on the belt. Oh boy. I can do this. Okay. Actually, maybe what we'll do is let's go on a bit of a smoother spot. GX, bring that out. Come on, get in there. Get in there, you fat mole. Alright, that's fine by me. Cool. I'm not fine with that. Let's select this face, Control plus plus, and from here, let's suck that in. Control plus, there we go. Control minus. Let's go into this area. I don't want these pieces to be selected. B and B, a middle mouse button. Alright, let's just save it. I'm just going to keep it like that. So now, a base. We need a base. Let's add in a cylinder. Scale that down. So how thick is this base? So we have to remember this is 1 centimeter. Go on. Like that. Scale Shift Z. I'm going to make it bigger. G. Actually, we've got to grab everything. So I'm going to move this down just for ease. There we go. Let's go select this. I'm going to add in Subdivision Surface now. That is yuck. That's fine. Delete faces. Let's go a few edge loops. So now we've got this base. My fear is that these legs might be a little bit too thin, but we'll do a test print and we'll see what that looks like. I'm going to press apply, select this bottom edge face. I want to select here, Control B, undo that, Control B, and let's middle mouse wheel scroll that in. Control minus. Let's go Alt S to scale. No, that didn't work really well. So let's go GZ. And so now we've kind of got this decoration. And what shall we do in here? Let's go get rid of this photo now because we're not really using it. And from here, let's add in a text. Gosh, let's have a look. Scale, there we go. And we will say, turn off caps lock for starters. Modest Pelican. Now, what can we do? Can I can extrude this. There we go. What's the offset? Not what I want. So put that back to 0. Let us put it on a bit of a bevel. I might make this bigger. From here, I'm going to add in a curve. So let's select a Bezier curve. And let's rotate 180. We will make that straight. That's straight, same size. Let's bring that up into this area. Scale. GZ, so I can actually see what I'm scaling. Let's scale on the Y. Alright, so let's try this. If I select this, I go modifier, and then we go curve to that curve, what's going to happen? It's going to wig out. I think now if I go Alt G to reset the location, Alt R to reset the location, that doesn't really work, did it? Maybe if I do X minus, I don't know what you've done. Definitely not that. So let's go X, Y, Z. That is most definitely not what I wanted. So let's do, maybe try this. Alt R, Alt G. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Rotate X 90 to 180. Rotate. You're a jerk. Fine. Shift A. And let's add in an empty plane. Let's get our Bezier curve up the top here, and we'll drag it underneath the empty. What? Okay, let's select the curve, then select the empty. Control P to set parent to. And now when I've got the empty, I can far out. let's maybe put in our text under the Bezier curve. Can't do it that way. Bezier text and then Bezier curve, Control P, object. Now what's going to happen if I rotate that? Beautiful. Far out. 180. And we'll put that into position. GZ. Rotate. All right. That is not too bad. I'm fairly happy with that. Maybe just a little bit more of a rotation. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to save this before I go any further. From here, I would like to move maybe these two back a little bit. So it's, oh my goodness. Let's select the empty and the cylinder. GY. Just move it back a little bit. All right. So what do we got? Is the feet in the mesh is the question. GZ. Okay, that's definitely in now. We've got our bodysuit on, Control S. Now we need to convert this from a curve to a mesh. We go Object, Convert to Mesh from curve, blah, blah, blah. So now if I go Tab, that's a mesh. So I can now delete this Bezier. Control Z. And it just crashed on me. Good thing I saved. So let's reconvert that. Object. What do I say? Convert to mesh. From here. This is all good. I'm just going to select everything. Let's go File, 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 Export, STL, Selection Only, Scale, we'll leave Scale, we'll worry about that later. Z up, beautiful. Let's go Pelican 1, Export. Okay, now let's open up Cura. Okay, now let's open it up and Pelican 1. There we go, beautiful. So let's have a look. So we've got a bit of redness up here, which means our normals aren't facing the right way. But other than that, that's not too bad. We got supports here, which is alright. Now we don't have any supports. Oh no, we got supports under there, supports under there. Okay, that seems pretty good. So let's go back and we'll fix up those goggles. So come into here. I'm going to go Tab to into Edit Mode, select all, Shift N to recalculate those normals. Let's select everything. Control S, just save, File, Export, STL, Export, minimize, back into this, delete, open it up, Le Pelican, and there we go, got rid of those red spots. So those red spots means it was trying to put supports where it didn't need supports. See, so we need supports under there. We've got supports under here, which is good. Alright, so this is going to be interesting how this prints. Good thing, we're going to do a test print. So I'm going to scale this down to 25%. And we'll see if any noticeable flaws come. Let's just bump it up to 50. That's pretty big. Okay, quality, for now we're just going to butcher it. So let's go low quality. 3 hours only. That's pretty quick. Let's check the preview. Always check the preview. So we've got our raft. I don't see any support material. Generate supports is what we need. Touching build plate, no. We want everywhere. 65 degrees, beautiful. Slice now. 3 hours, 4 minutes. What do you know? Alright, so, and this is our problem, is our helmet's not thick enough, is our first problem. Well, maybe full size, it'll be fine. But the other thing is we don't have anything under the beak. Which is weird, because I thought that was red. Well, it's a little bit red, but for some reason, Didn't calculate it. Maybe if we change the supports from 60 to 50. There we go. There's a lot more red in that bit there now. So let's just slice it. Let's just see what happens. Preview. Doesn't want to print. You jerk. Just for fun's sake, what if I did 100% and then sliced it? So it's a 14-hour print. That's actually not too bad for what we're doing. And we can still see that the helmet is not thick enough. So we'll go back and we'll fix the helmet up. So come in here. Let's just increase the thickness. It loses a little bit of the, the characteristic, but it's either that or we don't have a helmet. Oh, actually, maybe what we'll do is rather than having that Solidify modifier, let's select this and just go face. And let's just go Control B just to put a more defined edge on that. There we go. What else? Do we have any other problems? Other than that, I don't see a problem. That to me seems pretty good. Let's just go full quality. Okay, so you start off, get out. Come back in, select all, file, export, STL, Pelican, export, back to Cura, back to prepare, open this thingy up. What am I doing? A Pelican. Good, 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 good. I'm going to change this back to 65, slice, and let's go into preview. That's slightly annoying on where that is, but that's not too bad. So just coming back to this, I've now already printed this off. I'm talking from you from the future, in the past, in the future. That was actually really bad. That actually failed the print. So what I ended up having to do was chop off the Pelican's head and just reprint the head. So what happened was it was too thin, there was no support, and so the plastic was literally like flopping in midair. No good. I guess this isn't too bad. We should be okay here. We've got full support on helmet. What on earth is this thing? Ah, the side of the head. So if you have a look, we don't have any straps. Right. Well, we got to fix that, don't we? Okay, so we don't have any straps and we don't have the side things. We don't have anything in between his eyes. So, oof, good call. So we come into here. Let's go into our solidifier, which we don't have. So we're going to add in a Solidify Modifier. And we'll increase the thickness in this. Let's increase the thickness. I think might not work too well. So Control Z on that. Or not. Okay, so from here, let's go back in. Let's select these buckles. Control LP, separate by selection. Let's select this and we'll increase that. And let's now just move these out a bit, just so we can actually see it. GZ. GZ. Let's bring the solidifier up top first. See, that's not too bad. Scale that on the Y. This thing here is not big enough. So let's put a face here. I'm going to select this area. Let's get rid of the solidifier. And we will extrude that in and press face. Down here, let's press face. I'm going to grab those two back surfaces, GX, and put that all the way in. Whoops. Okay. So that's now fixed all that up. These straps here. Actually, what did that look like? You can see it a little bit. But we can go more to make that more pronounced. Thickness. Let's just make that bigger. Cool. What we'll do is increase the offset. Where's the offset? Shrink wrap. Let's bring it out a little bit. Let's make these things bigger. GX, GY, GY. Let's grab, oh gosh, see if I can grab the back surfaces of this. So if I grab the front surfaces, and we'll grab that stuff. Come on. Let's just go C. There we go. Control I. And let's just go GX to, oh gosh. Oh golly golly gosh. Oh, there's a face in there. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. GX. GX. There we go. File, export, STL, Pelican. Goodbye. Prepare, open that up. Pelican, open. There we go. Look, you can see that. Oh, that's ugly. Let's fix up that strap. Now we've got all that detail in there. I don't know what this is about. We'll fix that up. It's not too bad. I'm fairly happy with that now. I do want to go back in and fix this. So let's go back into here. Size Y. G. To me, that's fine there. All right. Select all, file, export. STL. We're getting there. Cura, you, bye-bye, open, Pelican. All right. So we've got all that pronounced. I did spell Modest Pelican right. Let me just make sure. And we will type in Modest Pelican. Beautiful. Let's do a slice now. Preview. That support is good. All this is good. The tail is supported. This under area is supported. I'm not too concerned about that. That should be fine. That's... oh, might be okay. It's a little bit worrying. But hopefully that's fine. Done. Done. Let's just print it and we'll see what happens. So after 24 hours, we end up with this. Beautiful. Really happy how it turned out. You can see the marker I had to chop off the head and I had to glue it back on. Those supports just were not good enough. But yeah, brilliant. Make sure you check out Modest Pelican. Great channel, very funny. Make sure you keep hydrated.